Alright guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of Coming Back on Time on FS17 on OakField Farm, and we are rowing up. There's a bit of concern that I wasn't coming back to 17, but here I am, back on 17. We are, rowing up. Hopefully should be bailing this fairly soon. Oh, it's going to mess up that run, isn't it? Oh well, we'll sort it out. Yeah, no, there's a bit of concern that I wasn't coming back to 17 because I did some videos on FS22, but rest assured I am back on it. I'll probably be doing videos on both because I enjoy playing both, to be honest, so that's all this channel's for, just a bit of fun, so I may as well have a bit of fun. We should be bailing in the next couple of days, tomorrow in game hopefully. We'll just get it rowed up in this video, and then hopefully soon enough we can get bailing. Right, let's get that lifted up, let's get the cruise control on, and then GPS is on. Let's get that lowered down, speed her up a bit. Perfect, just like that hopefully. So there's not a bad crop out here, it actually looks half alright, to be fair. We did put a bit of fertiliser on it, so there's no reason it shouldn't be. We are missing a little bit on that side. We could actually move it over, pressing all the wrong buttons. Let's move that over a bit. Let's try like that, I think. Let's try that. See what that does, because we're missing a bit there, so we'll have to come and clean that up with the baler. Is that better? I still don't think... Oh, hang on. Let's try that. Is that straight? It's still not that straight. There you go. I just want it to follow one of these rows. Hopefully like that. We'll give that a go. We'll try that. We'll see what that's like. Yeah, so what's new really? Been playing various different games, so I'll probably start playing various different games as well, just to kind of break it up a bit. As I say, it's only a bit of fun, so I may as well play the games that I enjoy. That's interesting that that is now completely wrong. Well, there's no point in... If I keep changing it, as I found out with the mowing, it just mucks everything up, so I may as well... Even though, yeah, that's only technically doing 2. I may as well get them set up and then I can just carry on with it, I think. Because that isn't actually very straight. Oh well, we'll keep it like that for the minute. This is where the AB line is better, because you can just... I've actually worked out how to do a proper AB line now as well. So that I do that a lot better. Yeah, no, I've actually worked out if I do the AB line without drilling, I can just do a perfectly straight line, and then it perfectly carries on that line, which I worked out off camera. So that, yeah. But that is where it's a bit better, because I could have just set an AB line up directly down one of the rows, and in theory it should have just followed it, but oh well. Oh well, doesn't matter. It's a bit tricky to see how to set this up perfectly straight, because it looks like it's straight, but you get to the other end and it's actually not quite straight, so oh well. Yeah, so I've drilled, as you'll see, should be another FS22 episode coming out fairly soon, so you'll see I've drilled another couple of fields on there. There's one more field to do, I think. Oh, I've missed a row here, that's alright. And I've started rolling it as well, so cracking on with that fairly nicely, and then wait for it to come up, then we can do some more crop walking and make a plan for spraying and stuff. I'm really looking forward to spraying on FS22, because I'm really intrigued to see what the sector control and stuff is like. So that'd be really interesting. And then yeah, on OakField we've got this field to bale, and then we could actually sell the bales off to the BGA rather than getting cows. Might be a slightly better idea maybe. And then there is harvest at some point, which I think once I harvest this map, I think I'll probably call it quits on Oakfield, and I'll set up Western Shore, and we can just do Western Shore FS17, and then Buckland Farm on FS22 is my plan. And then I'd noticed on FS25 that Oxygen David's got a new map coming out, hopefully in like March, April time, which looks really, really cool. So maybe when that map comes out I could cross over. The Highlands DLC also does look very, very cool, considering it's the first like UK map. That is, yeah, very, very cool. So I think I'll wait and see. I'm quite happy. I'm not gonna I'm not really rushing to change anything at the minute. So we'll wait and see. But I've been playing Euro Truck and Fernbus, and I've actually set up OMSI 2 with the Hori steering wheel and bits, so slowly setting up the games with the Hori setup. So I'll probably start recording on other games as well, as I say, because I've only got this channel for a bit of fun, so probably just record the games that I enjoy playing. Which I haven't actually played FS17 for a while, to be fair, because the last FS17, the mowing one, I actually pre-recorded that a little while ago and scheduled it, so I haven't actually been on FS17 for quite a while, to be fair. So it's nice to be back on. It is a different, it just feels completely different, which is nice, to be fair. It's got a really unique feel, which yeah, it's quite a niche sort of market playing FS17 now. Not many people seem to do it. I feel like we should have maybe just mowed a couple of little fields rather than just tackled one big one, because it's not really much fun. It's much funner if I was just doing loads of little ones, but oh well, doesn't matter. I think I've mucked this GPS up a bit. We probably could change it on the next one actually, because I'd just move it over a bit. We'll do that. We'll move it over and see if I can get it a bit more straight, because I think it is straight, it's just in the wrong place. So if I just move it over to the left a bit, I might be able to fix it. We'll do it on the next one. Yeah, I did worry that this field was a bit big when I bought it, and I was like, it'd be alright, it'd be a bit of fun. But I think it would have been funner just to do a few small grass fields rather than one big one. But oh well, there you are, we've done it now. Done it now. Yeah, you see, so now we've moved over a bit, so I haven't got this GPS set up very straight. Okay, let's try that. So we've got that set up. What looks to be straight, but I really struggle to set it up, because although it looks straight, you get to the other end and then it's all crooked. So we'll see what that does. That hopefully should be a bit better. It looks straight. It looks a bit better. You see, is that already? I think what I wish is you could do smaller increments left and right, so you could just kiss it ever so slightly, because it's really hard to get it perfectly straight because it sort of jumps. Which actually, in saying that, I think we've got it pretty good by the looks of it. So that hopefully should be a bit better. As I said, this is where AB line is a bit better. So I only did 2 headlands on this, whereas in real life I'd always do 3 headlands. But yeah, only did 2 as a, well, 2 perfectly did the headland, and there was no point in doing a 3rd one if I didn't need to. I didn't think so. But yeah, usually I would always do 3. Right, I think we've got that good. So let's skip a few runs. Let's not hit that in the hedge. Fine. I think we're good. So hopefully we can come down one like this. Oh. And lower that down. Perfect. Yeah, you see, that's not straight. Why isn't that straight? I don't understand, because this was all done on GPS with the mower. As long as it keeps it, you know, like on the right hand side of that run all the way down, then it technically is straight. But I think it will, to be fair. It does look okay. I think we're okay. This is what I mean. It looks perfectly straight in the run we set it up on, and then we've come to another run and it's sort of jumped over to the right a bit. I don't know. I wonder if I could have saved the mowing GPS course and then used it here, but then just changed the size to 9.3, because it technically should have given me the same runs. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of what I've done already. Should be a bit of grass to go out though. There's a decent bit. Yeah, like, how does this work? So look, how on earth? How does that work? How that makes no sense to me. How? Because if they're all straight, surely they would be every 3 runs. I don't understand that. That is baffling to me. Oh no, it does make sense. I was being thick. It does make sense. Okay, I think the next one should be, yeah, perfectly in the middle. The next one will be, because the mower was 4 meters. I think we changed it to 3.8. We'd need a 12-meter windrower to get every 3 rows perfectly every time. But because we've only got a 9-meter rower, it's getting every 2 to then 3, because we're technically 3 meters off in a way. That makes sense. So we're technically a row off, which makes complete sense. Okay, I've worked it out. So the next one, so every other one is perfect basically. That makes sense now. I had a bit of a brain fart there. That makes a lot more sense. So this one I go down won't be. Yes, exactly. I should really be going down the one on the other side of that run. That was my mistake. Oh well. So yeah, this one isn't, and then that last one will be. Yes! Okay, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Ah. There you go. I think this might have actually been better if I did it without GPS, but it's quite nice just being able to click the GPS in and let it go in a perfectly straight line. Like in real life. This field shouldn't take too long really. In theory, I don't think we have. No, there's not too much left. It's all shorter work on that side as well, so it shouldn't take too long in theory. the weather outside in real life is disgusting. It's like grey and windy, and it looks a bit rainy. I don't think it's actually raining at the minute, but it is meant to fairly shortly. It's, yeah, it is not looking nice out there. Brilliant. Delightful. Exactly what you want. Oh, that's a bit tight. See, there's no noises either. There's no green star noises. It's funny because it's like 22 has got green star noises for GPS, but no handbrake sound. Whereas this has got no GPS sound, but it's got a great handbrake sound. So if they could just combine the two, that would be brilliant. I did actually look into trying to add a handbrake sound, but I couldn't work it out because I found the handbrake XMLC file, or well, no, it wasn't. It was a notes file, and I found the handbrake coding for it. But every time I tried to add a sound through it, it corrupted it. So I obviously did something wrong, and I tried my best to do it. There's obviously a way of doing it, and I haven't quite figured it out yet, which is annoying because I'd really like to have some sort of sound. It doesn't have to be this exact handbrake sound, like the actual, you know, and then the handbrake, off sound. It could be more of an air brake sound. Might be cool. There is a mod for air brakes, but it doesn't register for handbrakes because it just registers for like trailers and stopping and taking off air brakes and stuff, which is cool, but it's not a handbrake sound, which is annoying. Right, let's go down let's go down that one. That'll do. That's a 2-1. That's a 2-row one. See, this is where the mouse control ones are really cool, because you could actually just drop that the right hand side now, and then drop the left hand side. But I mean, it doesn't matter too much because it just takes it off the headland and put it into the run. It's not like it matters, but it just looks neater. It just looks more pleasing. It is nice. Like I think the Crone ones IRL doesn't have individual side control, so you've got, I think, it's a double acting ram for the up and down, but you don't have either side control, so it just picks both up, which I think is really daft because it's so handy being able to lift one side up and not the other. I don't know why you would never have that. It's worth every penny. It's not even like it's that more expensive to get, because most of the basic models do it. Oh, it's a double run as well. So I was looking into what the Hori actually supports, like what games are actually compatible on their website, and it says that FS22 is not compatible at all, which is a lie. But I suppose they have to say that to cover their back, which is funny because FS19 it says is compatible, but FS22 isn't, which is weird. But I've had a better time with FS22 setting it up than I have with 17. More of the buttons work on FS22 than I do with 17. And I can have the force feedback plugged in, but it just switches off, so at least it still has the help of the power supply. My worry is with unplugging the force feedback is that the whole of the wheel and the pedals are just run from one USB into my computer, so I hope it's not too much. I don't think it will be. It shouldn't cause an issue, but it's one of those things that kind of is in the back of my mind that it might be too much for it, but it should be okay. Yeah, like here's a perfect example of where that right hand side would be perfect on its own, and then you could drop that side right about now. It's satisfying when you get that right in real life, when you're rowing up and you actually properly work out the left and right control, and you can drop and pick up the right ones at the right time. It is satisfying. Looks the part. I haven't really decided what we're going to do with all the silage on 22 yet, because we've got a load of kit and a lot of grassland. So whether we just sell off to the BGA or, I don't know, we could get some beef animals. I'm not that interested in dairy farming because there's quite a lot that goes into that. We could get a load of beef cattle maybe. That could be quite fun. Yeah, see, we're missing a bit there. See, that's perfect because we picked. Yeah, you see, that's absolutely perfect because we picked up half of that left-hand side row from the last run, and that is getting all three absolutely perfectly. So if they could all just be like that, we'd be winning. Not too long now. Not too long left. I think we might have missed a bit on the end there, did we? A tiny bit. Nice. Probably, yeah, should have gone for the last one, but oh well, we'll go with for this one. Drop that down. Nice. It's funny, isn't it? Because it's almost like it's moved over to the right even more now. I wonder if... Well, it makes me think that the GPS on the mower wasn't set up. Well, maybe not set up, but obviously it had mouse control, so I could move it left or right. So maybe I didn't have that all the way, because it does see some of them seem to be closer than others. I don't know. I was thinking with when we finish this map off and I move over to Western Shore, I think I'd quite like to just do like really small kit, like a, you know, small family farm type situation. Just have like small grass fields, maybe some sheep, you know, just small kit like that. I think would be really fun. That was my thinking. We'll see how we get on with that, but I think that's what I'm going to try and set it up as. Just sort of, yeah, small little family farm type thing. I think would be good fun. I've been, yeah, it's hard to set up on Western Shore because it's such a big map. I haven't actually picked a farm yet, so it's a really hard map to set up because there's quite a lot of prep. Which I thought about doing on camera, and then I was like, actually, it's extremely boring, so I didn't. But as I say, I still haven't actually properly set it up yet. So I've set it up to the point where I've started the save game and had a drive round to remind myself of the place, but I haven't actually set up a farm yet, so I've spoken about the access on my farm stick before. The the access when you twist the entire joystick to the left. When you twist it to the left, you only need to kiss it, and yeah, look, that just jumped all the way down. When you twist it to the right, it works perfectly. It actually, you know, you have to twist it round and it works properly. But the one to the left is really sensitive, and I've got the dead zone as high as it can go. On FS22, you can put the dead zone up to like 30, which I've got it at, and yeah, it just doesn't seem to quite play ball, which is a bit of it's a bit of a nuisance. But I mean, it's not too bad. It's not the end of the world. It's just a bit annoying. It's a lot worse on FS22, which is surprising because it's a newer game. So you would have thought, if anything, it'd be worse on the older game, but it's not actually. Even though the dead zone's higher, I think on 17 you can only put the dead zone to like 20, I think. But yeah, even though it's got a higher dead zone on the newer game, it's more sensitive. It has a mind of its own. Hence the reason I set up a button as well as twisting it, so it didn't just do it on its own. That was the wrong button. I meant to do GPS. But last couple of runs here. I think there's one more just on the edge, I think, and then that'll be this field done, and then we can put on the baler. I'll get that set up, and then the next video on FS17 we can go baling, which, yeah, not sure when I'll do that, but at some point we can bale up this field, which will probably take quite a while, I should imagine, so that'll be quite a long video. And then, yeah, picking up as well, which would be good fun with MR and the Crone Ultima Zone bale physics, which would be really nice. Yeah, that's perfect. I'm not even gonna change that. So let's get that switched off, and let's get the GPS off, and then let's fold that up. Perfect. Amazing. There might be a little bit to tidy up over the other side. We'll go have a quick look. Right, I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Cheerio.